Hey guys, this is Mark with the Daily Hustle Show, and today we're going to be discussing the recent sales tip, and that is deeper level questions, also known as next level questioning. This is actually one of my favorite things to talk about because, well, I like to hear myself talk. Let's be real. Even these videos, I like listening to them 12 or 13 times over again. I like to hear myself talk. But to keep it serious, it is important to understand your client, right? And in the sales world, you want to talk less and listen more, right? You want to get them talking because the more they talk, the more information they're telling you, right? So deeper level questions or next level questions, right? And I'm just going to stick to deeper level questions. It's the same thing, just worded differently, right? Deeper level questions is just a deeper understanding of the person you're talking to. And this does not always have to be in the sales world. Okay, I just want to be 100% with this, okay? It does not have to be just sales. It can be just a relationship. It can be a romantic relationship with your significant other. It can be a friendship with your friends. It could be a conversation with your parents and your cousins, brothers and sisters, right? It's just a deeper understanding of them. Now, when we're talking about a deeper understanding, it doesn't necessarily have to be a deeper understanding of them as a human being. It could be a deeper understanding about the topic that we're discussing. Let's say you're talking to your brother, and your brother says, hey, I'd really like to try that restaurant, that new restaurant. Let's call it 123 restaurant, right? I really want to try that restaurant. Me, if I've never heard of it, I'd be like, what restaurant? Oh, it's 123. It's that new place right on Broadway. Everyone raves about it. Oh, cool. What do they have there? What kind of food? Oh, they have it's like kind of like an Italian steakhouse. They got nice steak apparently and regular Italian food. It looks really, really good. Good. Do they have like a good drink menu? Were you able to check out the menu and stuff? Yeah, no, everything looks great. Those are deeper level questions. You see, for this example, my brother said he wants to try this new restaurant. Well, instead of just saying, okay, sounds good, you're essentially setting yourself up for potential failure because what if you say, okay, sounds good, you go there and there's nothing there that you'll eat? What if you're vegan? And and this place is a steakhouse. Other than you losing your mind, okay, and getting mad at your brother for even taking you there, it's on you because you did not have a deeper understanding of what that restaurant really is about. You didn't ask those deeper level questions, that deeper understanding about the topic. Does that make sense? So that's what we do in the sales world, okay? And I'm gonna do this in not every, but most sales industries right now. Let's say Windows, okay? Someone says, these windows are extremely old, man. I need new windows. Okay, deeper level question. When you say old, how old are we talking? And you don't have to be precise, but roughly how old? Boom, deeper level question, right? Let's say you're in car sales. Someone walks in. How can I help you? I really want a truck. I've always wanted a truck. I've had a car for so long. I think it's time. We live in Massachusetts. There's a lot of snow. I think I need a truck. Here's a deeper level question. When you say truck, are you referring to a pickup truck or an SUV? There's your deeper level question. And you can keep going with that. Next one, real estate. I want a house that's 2,000 square feet, 3 beds, 3 bath. Deeper level question. Okay, so starting with the square footage, is 2,000 the max? Is it the minimum? If we go a little over, a little under, deeper level question. You'll get a response on that, okay? Let's go into B2B. Let's say there's a payroll software, something like that, okay? And then they'll say to you, yeah, it's just outdated, man. We've been using the same company for 15 years. Okay, perfect. And when you say it's outdated, is there certain aspects of the software that's outdated that's, essentially causing the problem for the conversation with you and I today? Deeper level question, right? So, and again, you can take these questions and continue with them. There's really no unwritten rule, so to speak, that each question should have 2 or 3 follow-up questions, right? That's another way that some companies will, how do I word it? That's another way that some companies will change the vernacular, so to speak, right? And they'll call it follow-up questions. Every question should have a follow-up question or 2 or 3. I call them deeper level questions. There's really none because at the end of the day, some questions do not require more than 1 or 2 follow-up, or deeper level questions, right? But at the same time, you should always have deeper level questions, especially if it's a broad term, right? Or a broad statement. If you're sitting in front of somebody and they say, I always go to my phone, right? And they say, I need a new phone. Well, instead of going right over to show them all the phones, say, okay, perfect. Which phone do you currently have? Deeper level question. How far can it go? Well, let's do an example. Let's do the phone, like we just said. Deeper level question. What phone do you currently have? Get the answer. Next level question. Are you looking to upgrade it to the next phone up? Do you just want a replacement of your exact phone? Get your response. Next level question. What's the gigs that you have on there? Is the gigs enough? Are you looking to increase the gig size? That's actually 3 deeper level questions. Okay? Keep going down. We're on like 6 right now, or 7, right? Next level down. Okay, and are we looking at specific colors? Do you not really care because you can just put a case on it? Do you see? We're on like 7 or 8 questions that we kept going just on the fact that the person walked in the store and said, I need a new phone. Okay, and that works in any industry whatsoever. It doesn't matter if you're in B2B or B2C. If you're looking at Windows, I need new Windows, they're old. When you say old, how old are we talking? You don't have to be precise, but roughly, how old are we talking? Oh, we've been here for 15 years. These things were here. That's usually an answer you would get, right? If you're in Windows sales. Anyone that's listening to this, that knows they're in Windows or been in Windows in the past or had a Windows sales rep in their house, they'll tell you that's usually the answer you get, right? Like, I don't know, man, that was here for 15 years, they were here. Okay, so we're going to go with old. And they'll start laughing, right? At that point, you cannot go any deeper. You have to kind of move on, but stick to it. And, maybe something along the lines of, all right, so old. And they laugh, we chuckle, we write down old. I'm going to put O-L-D, old, and they'll laugh. And you're creating rapport and trust with them, right? They know that you're a human, not just a sales rep. So, okay, so we obviously know we've established that they're old. Are you looking for a direct replacement of what you have currently? Deeper level question. Okay. No, I would like an upgrade. Okay. And when you say upgrade, are you talking upgrade from the material that it's made out of? Are you talking about, single pane to double pane, or double pane to triple pane? Or are you talking jumping completely, going from single to triple pane? Do you see how I gave them 3 or 4 questions right there? It's going to help me understand. So when they say that the windows are old, I don't know, man, I've been here for 15 years. They were here before I got here. I was able to ask a handful of questions that got me to understand that they're extremely old. He or she wants to go from single pane to triple pane, right? And then I was also able to get to the point where I understood that they also don't want plastic, they want vinyl. Just by asking another level question, deeper level question. I want to circle back really quick because I want to also talk about why I'm not a huge fan of the term follow-up question. Follow-up in the sales world, especially when you're talking to a client or clients, when we're in the sales bubble, so to speak, right? When you're talking to a person, you're trying to essentially provide solutions for them or sell them something, you're in a sales bubble, right? So when you're in the bubble, right, you do have to understand that there's certain words that can trigger some sales resistance. And that we'll talk about sales resistance in another show. But I do want to talk about the term follow-up questions. The word follow-up is something that we would use in sales when we were not able to provide a solution today, or we weren't even at that point of the demo yet. We have to discuss and authorize a follow-up conversation, a follow-up email, a follow-up Zoom, a follow-up demo. Make sense? So it's like we have to continue where we left off, right? Sometimes you'll hear people say, if I could follow up with you, you mentioned this earlier about the windows. You said they're really old, but help me understand what you mean by old. Well, now the person's looking at you saying, well, that was like 20 minutes ago. We just went through 20 minutes of information. Now you want to know what I mean by old? It's like the car sales example that I gave you when they say, I'm looking for a truck, and then you start showing them all these pickup trucks. You're not getting the response that you're looking for from them. And you say, earlier when you first walked in, you asked about looking at an SUV. I'm sorry, looking at a truck. Kind of jumped ahead there. Now you know where I'm going with this. You said you wanted to look for a truck. When you said truck, what were you referring to? Oh, I'm looking at like an SUV. See how you wasted your time showing them pickup trucks? So when you circle back, when you say, I have a follow-up question for you, it's like something wasn't discussed or finalized, so to speak, when it should have been, and you forgot, and now you realize, oh no, I need that. So you have to circle back with a follow-up question to get that piece. It's like saying A, B, C, D, E, G, H, I. You're like, well, wait a minute, I need the F. Let me follow, because for some reason G, H, I, J, it's not lining up. I got to circle back. I have a follow-up question. That follow-up question gives you that letter F so you can, solidify the alphabet. So lack of a better example, but you understand what I'm doing with this. We don't want to use the words follow-up questions. Okay, every question should have 2 to 3 follow-up questions, because the term follow-up, okay, in the sales world, number one, if you use that word follow-up, or those words follow-up, too soon in a sales appointment, immediately the person on the other side of the table is going to think that, okay, well, we don't have solutions for you today, or we may not have solutions for a little while. We're already setting up another meeting, and we didn't even finish this meeting yet. Right? So when you start going back and forth saying, I have a follow-up question, they're going to be like, wait a minute, you already missed something. What else did you miss? It creates doubt, right? And we don't want to do that. We want to create doubt when it comes down to maybe their current product or the current company that they might be using. We want to create doubt with them because that's sales, right? Because essentially you want to win that, right? You want to help them, and you want your product to be the solution to their problem. Thinking and being naive, thinking that you're the only one on the block, like I said, it's very naive and ignorant. It's not reality. Okay, so understanding that every question should have a deeper level question. I gave you guys a bunch of examples. Let's say, you're having a discussion. I love this. I love doing this to my friends and my family. But let's say you're having a discussion and you want to figure out what's for dinner tonight. We've all been there. Either yourself or your significant other will say, what's for dinner tonight? We live in Massachusetts. We say dinner, right? Or supper, right? So what's for dinner tonight? I don't know. What do you want? I don't know. I literally just asked you that question. That's why I don't know what I want. That's why I asked you what you want. Do you see how, obviously it's not going to be combative. It's not going to, but it almost, they're right. Like if they say, what do you want? Then you say, I don't know. What do you want? Well, I don't know what I want. That's why I asked you, right? So how do you do a deeper level question with that? Well, it's actually quite simple. Let's say your significant other says, hey, what do you want to do for dinner tonight? Deeper level question. Here it is right here. Well, we've had chicken. We've also had fish, and we had steak. Would you like one of those again? Deeper level question, right? Because you're not saying, what do you want? You're giving them examples. Now, let's say they do, what my fiance does, and say, no, I really don't want to do that. Okay, well, we haven't had pork yet. I can make a pork loin. You want that? No, not really in the mood for pork. All right. What about pasta? You in the mood for pasta? No. I just don't know. You want to order out? You want to do pizza? No, you don't want that either. Okay, so you see, we all have people like this, right? And this isn't all the time, okay? But there are times, as you guys all know, when you're talking to your significant other, there are times when you just can't agree on something. Now, me, I'm the type, I'll eat anything. Call it an old school Italian thing. I'll eat anything. Even if I don't want it, I'll eat it. Okay, it's just how I am. Okay? And I'm asking her multiple times, do you want this? Do you want that? And I'm getting no. Well, there are times in a sales call or in the sales industry when you're talking to a client, you're going to ask them these deeper level questions and you're not going to get anywhere. Okay? You're not. You're literally going to be banging your head off the wall because you're like, I'm not getting anywhere. You're not helping me. So what I will do with her is I'll say, okay, I asked you about chicken, steak, fish, pasta, pork, pizza. You said no to everything. Do you want a salad? Because I'm out of options here. Okay? Now she laughs. And she's mainly laughing because of the way I said it, right? But that's what I'll do in sales as well. If I'm asking them a bunch of questions, they're really not giving me anything to work with here, I'm going to get to the point where I'm going to say, all right, look, I've asked you like 11 questions. You're not really helping me find the problem here. I mean, I got to give you a bunch of solutions, and right now I'm stuck because I really do need to understand what the issues are with your current car. I have to understand what your issues are with your current phone, the windows in your house, the payroll software that you're currently using. Help me understand a little bit more about this issue, because right now I cannot come up with any solutions, because all I'm hearing is I have a problem, but you don't know what the problem is. Okay. Now you see how when I'm saying it like that, how I lower my voice and I'm having a discussion, I'm essentially low-key pleading with them to give me answers. But it's the same thing I did with my fiance, where I'm like, I've mentioned X, Y, Z, H. You want a salad? Because I'm out of options. Now we're not going to do that in a sales call because I'm professional, right? But if you have the rapport, right? And I've had the rapport many times. Okay, many times. Okay, to have that level of rapport, okay, is extremely important. I've done that with clients in front of me. Like, listen, I've asked you all these questions. You're not giving me anything to work with here. Do you want to just order one online and I'll just be on my way? You know any good lunch spots in the area? And they'll just laugh because I have that level of rapport with them. Their sales wall's been broken down by them, right? So understanding the deeper level questions, how do you go on? How do you move forward if you're not getting what you're looking for? Understand that there's always a way out. You just have to know how to do it in every situation. So how do we finish this conversation with her? Okay? I've already made a joke. What do you want? Okay? Eventually she's going to say, well, are you in the mood for sushi? Now she knows me and she knows I'm never going to say no, because it's food to me. If I'm hungry, I'm eating. I really don't care, right? And I also know that if I say no, I'm going right back into the funnel of what are we going to eat? So yeah, essentially I might say, all right, yeah, that works, because it's going to solve my need, which is hunger. Is it exactly what I'm looking for? No, but if I don't even know what I'm looking for, that'll do, right? It's the same thing when you're talking to clients and you're having to get stuck because you're asking these questions. They're really not helping you, are they? You're kind of just, like I said, banging your head off the wall. It gets to the point where you just have to understand, okay, let's back up for a minute. You need new windows, you need a new car, you need a new phone, you need a new house, right? This is what you told me so far. So now you want to reiterate what you've told them. Remember, I reiterated what I've already told her. This is what we've eaten so far this week. And we have SUVs, we have pickup trucks. We have the next phone up, but we can give you a direct replacement of what you have. Would you like more gigs? Or would you like the same amount of gigs? Would you like the same color or a different color? Okay, we were at 1,500 square feet for your house. We can give you a 2,000 square foot house, an 1,800 square foot house. Do you see how now we're breaking down their words? Now we're saying, if you remember I said, with the 2,000 square feet, is that the ceiling? Is that the floor? Can we go over, under? You're essentially asking the questions that do not allow them to give you a stagnant point, right? Where you just can't move. You're stuck. Because if you say, can we go a little over, a little under? I don't know. They're not going to say that to you. They're not. They're going to say, no, I'd like to be around here. Okay, because that's just human reactions, human behavior. They're going to answer that question, right? It's like if I look at her and I say, okay, sushi, perfect. Now, obviously, where are we going to get it from? You already know your favorite sushi spots and your favorite Chinese spots and your favorite pizza spots and Italian spots, right? So steak houses, if you like steak. So we already have that understanding, right? Just like I already have that understanding of my client of what they're looking for. Oh, no, I want an SUV. No, 2,000 square feet is the max. I want to be between 1,800 and 2,000 square feet. I actually would still like the black phone, but I would like to go from the 13 to the 14. Do you see how those deeper level questions, they allow an answer? Okay, it's now up to you how to handle that answer. Okay, deeper level questions are extremely important, and it really helps your conversation skills and your skills of understanding the person across from you. Okay, it's very, very imperative, because if you do not understand them, then you do not understand their problem. If you do not understand their problem, then you cannot provide solutions to them. Okay, I'm going to end the show with this example that we've talked about. I need a new car. Okay. I would love a truck. Okay. Deeper level question. When you say a truck, are you referring to pickup trucks? Are you referring to an SUV? Oh, no, I like an SUV. Okay, perfect. And any reason why you want to now switch from the car that you currently have to an SUV? Oh yeah, we live in Massachusetts. The snow. Okay, so the snow. So are we talking more towards the front wheel drive, which is two wheel drive? Are we talking all wheel drive or four wheel drive? Have you put any thought into any of that? Another deeper level question. Oh, I don't really know. I don't really know the difference. Okay, well we'll explain it to you. That's not a problem. But is pickup trucks off the list, so to speak? Are we mainly just dealing with SUVs? Yes. Okay, well I do have a few SUV models. Have you put some thought into those models that you like? Let's say they say yes. Okay, then you would show them that model and then tell them everything about the model. Let's say they go, no, I just know that this dealership or this manufacturer is a great manufacturer, so any SUV will do. Okay, we do have smaller size SUVs for smaller families. We have bigger SUVs for the bigger families. Okay, and just want to be clear, we don't want vans, right? No. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to show you both options of SUVs, and we're going to go from there. And you tell me which ones make the most sense for you. Do you see all those questions that I asked just because I said I need a new car and I want a truck? You don't even allow them the opportunity to back away from you, do you? No way, because you've asked them enough questions to understand this is what you look for. You've guided them where they want to be, not where you want to be. Okay, they didn't say, "Hey, listen, you want this supercar over here. This thing's 120 grand, but this thing's got 800 horsepower." No, she literally just said, "I want a truck." So do not push your agenda on them. Okay, do not be a product pusher. Again, solve the problem. Be a problem solver. All right, guys. This is Mark from the Daily Hustle Show. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. We do shorts every day. We do videos multiple times a week. Also on TikTok as well, and as mentioned, on Instagram. Like, subscribe every day and weekly. We have multiple videos and multiple shorts going out. Some are funny and some are educational. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this show. On to the next.